How do you think the audience can tell, though, that there's maybe certain cuts that have been held back? Suppose, let's take the goody two shoes. So,
Sure.
oh my, and oh, isn't this person great and all this stuff, but really then they're backbiting and doing all this stuff behind the scenes.
Right.
How does this audience know this?
The audience knows it because it's not a reaction that you would have to what was actually happening in front of you. If I see two people fighting in front of me, I'm not going to say, oh my, I'm probably going to yell at them, you guys, knock it off, or get involved to the point where I'm meeting the energy level of what's happening in the room. When I have to use a cutaway of you, from 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after, just like, oh, because you're not going to cooperate with me if I make you look bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then you're going to look inauthentic in the final product, and people are not going to relate to you, and you're not going to have a chance to break out or be someone who returns for a subsequent season.
Does the character have to be liked to be brought back?
I think a character has to be liked or absolutely despised to come back. And in order to create a villain, by the way, that is likable in their way, there's no such thing as somebody who is all bad or all good. You have to show the little cracks, you have to show the vulnerability, you have to show what's motivating that person to do what it is that they're doing. No one in reality shows is just 100% awful 100% of the time, because you'd get tired of watching them. And it just, turns into a Lucy sketch where somebody is just all one thing. It's like, I'm the blustery bank manager, or, that nobody is that. Everybody is on some level, motivated by whatever it is that's driving them. I'm making no sense right now.
No, I get it, because you're talking about this three-dimensional character. So they can't, their resting state is not always blustering and bemoaning something.
Well, that's the thing. Is your villains your villains, just like your heroes, just like any participants in the show, have to have multiple dimensions. Otherwise, you don't buy into them. You don't understand. You look at the great villains in scripted. They're motivated by something. They could be motivated by greed, but they could also be motivated by, this thing happened to me 15 years ago and now I want revenge, even though it might not be, you're a terrible person who's exacting revenge, but at least we know what's motivating you. You have to have the same thing for a villain in reality shows.